Is it okay to get emotionally angry and negative when we compete in sports?
Competition is healthy, fun, and beneficial in many ways, but we defeat ourselves if competition is done in anger. Within the dilemma of sports, athletes often bitterly compete to win. Get tough and negative, win at all costs become the way of thinking and being. Negative attitudes are often encouraged in the battle to win. Anger, frustration, and egotism are supported and applauded for. Adults glorify the fact that they get mad easily, and young children learn to take pride in getting upset and angry. Aggression with anger is often respected. Primitive impulses are allowed expression with honor. Spectators and participants get lost in the game of sports and lose their perspective on life. But a game never exists as an isolated moment separate from real life. Sports and games that people play are real. Regardless of what we are doing, we are always training ourselves in a mental, emotional, and physical way. And sports are often the cornerstone that teach young children how to win and lose in life. Enthusiasm and the spirit to win are very important to cultivate, but enthusiasm and the spirit to win should be cultivated in a positive manner. Sports can be used to teach perseverance, psychological endurance, concentration, self-worth, and character, along with mind and body unity. The trick to professionalism in sports is to learn that positive values improve your physical ability, timing, and coordination. This is why judo, aikido, and karate can be so effective. And the same principle that applies to the martial arts applies to all other sports and to life. So the wise, superior athlete will learn how to unify his mind and body by combining ethics with sports. Ethics give an athlete a high level of performance because self-control improves with the ability to maintain body power and to stay calm. Maximum efficiency is found with a calm mind and with a relaxed body. The key to quick, accurate responses and good concentration is found with enthusiasm and inspiration, not with anger and hatred. Athletes with negative attitudes give their self-control up to the scoreboard, the audience, and to their opponent. They also lose their physical stability and center of balance. Loud, aggressive behavior looks effective, but it's unprofessional and self-defeating because it limits our physical and mental powers. So if you really want to be a winner in sports and improve your quality of life, then remember that your values equal your athletic ability.
How may I have mind and body unity?
The way that you use your focus of attention determines your body stability, power, timing, and coordination. Positive values strengthen your focus of attention, and negative values weaken your focus of attention. This may be demonstrated by the following example. Have someone sit on the edge of a chair with their back straight. They should be relaxed, and both feet should be flat on the floor. Then stand 2 feet in front of him and hold your right hand in front of his face about a foot away. Your right hand represents a problem in life, such as a car that is about to hit him, a dog that might attack, or a negative situation that might be happening. Have him concentrate or focus his attention on your right hand. Now put your left hand on his right shoulder and slowly and easily pull him toward your right hand or toward the problem. Because his concentration or focus of attention is on your right hand, he is easily moved toward your right hand. His focus of attention is directed upward and away from his hips, so he is physically weak. Now do the same exercise with your right hand, presenting a problem as before. But as he looks at your right hand, his focus of attention is on his hips, or have him concentrate under the chair. Reach over as before and slowly pull him towards your right hand, and you will notice that he is powerful and strong. He doesn't easily move towards your right hand. The reason for this is that the body, power, and stability automatically changes when someone changes their focus of attention. When the focus of attention or concentration is in an upward or outward direction, the body becomes weak and unstable. And when the focus of attention is directed downward toward the hips or feet, the body is stable and powerful. When someone has a problem, that's when they need to keep their focus of attention in balance and stay relaxed and receptive so that they will be mentally calm, physically powerful, and deal with stress successfully. but that's when they focus their balance on a problem and become emotionally and physically more vulnerable or unbalanced. Here are some examples of how people use their focus of attention to defeat themselves. They give their mental and physical balance to events, threats, traffic, and their problems. Someone might start to lift a heavy weight, and his focus of attention would be on the weight, so the weight owns his power. He should focus his attention on his hips or legs. An athlete might pick up a javelin to throw it, and he would probably focus his attention where he is holding onto the javelin. But to be effective with the throw, he must have his focus of attention on his hips and legs. A fireman would have his focus of attention where he is holding an axe or on the fire, so he would be weak in the performance of his duties. A policeman might focus his attention on the handcuffs that he is putting on a prisoner, and because of this, the policeman would be vulnerable if attacked. In a head-on collision, someone might give their balance to the oncoming car, and because of this, they would freeze at the wheel and lose their ability to turn the wheel to avoid the wreck. A football team would give their focus of attention to the audience, the scoreboard, or the other team, and this would weaken their efforts to win. A secretary might give her attention to the activities that are disturbing in the office, so she would be upset rather than calm and centered. Sometimes we give our attention to negative people or constantly give our balance to the environment. Consequently, this weakens us physically and we are emotionally vulnerable. Now you know that if your focus of attention is upward or away from the body or on an object, person, or problem, your center of balance will be given to something else, and your physical stability and power will be weak. And if you focus your attention on your hips or feet, you are balanced and powerful, and you will also be able to stay mentally calm. As the exercise has shown, you can consciously change your focus of attention. Now what you need is a way to keep your focus of attention in balance in a natural way so that you will be always balanced and powerful when you are involved with everyday activities or in sports. This is the way that you can multiply your physical abilities, handle stress better, stay mentally calm, and be effective in sports. In fact, this is the secret of mind and body unity. To the degree that you develop and use positive values, you will strengthen your focus of attention in a downward direction. In other words, the exercise that you have just learned will automatically be powerful and strong if you are positive, relaxed, and receptive. And if you are negative, hateful, or reject something, you will automatically be weak. Values determine the direction in which you focus your attention. The way you perceive things affects your mental, emotional, and physical ability and power. You can stay mentally and physically balanced, handle stress better, and improve your athletic talents when you use your focus of attention to your advantage, and this can only be accomplished by using positive values in your human equation. So cultivate enthusiasm and good sportsmanship when you compete so that you will strengthen yourself. And remember that it's your values times your belief system that determines your mental and physical quality of balance.
Will you give me a way so that I can look at life in a more blending, holistic way?
A good driver feels the whole car. He doesn't feel isolated or separated from the steering wheel, brake, clutch, or gas pedal. The good driver is in a harmonious blend with the whole car. In judo, the thrower becomes one with the attacker. The attacker and defender are in harmony. The perfect judo throw becomes an extension of one mind and one movement. There is no conflict. Everything flows in unity. And this same principle of unity applies to Aikido. The best musician is more than the notes being played. A unique oneness with the musical instrument and the character of the musician is evident. The musician, the instrument, and the music are as one. The greatest leaders know that leadership is a process of combining different uniquenesses into one special uniqueness so that a goal or task can be achieved with inspiration and unique oneness. The best families learn to live with personal freedom in unity. The principle of unity is the key to success and happiness. The mature mind views things and people in a large unifying way. So those who are mature in thought perceive things in a holistic way. They learn to find unity and harmony in everything that they do. To the degree that you are mature in your thinking habits, you act holistically and see the unity and harmony of everything. Remember that no one gets you upset but you. Events don't irritate you, you irritate yourself. Observe your own thinking, keep a mental distance, and study life so that you will find the unity of everything. Remember that happiness, efficiency, and adaptability depend upon your level of consciousness. It's up to you to keep everything in its proper perspective and relate to the world as a holistic person rather than a fragmented individual. Use the best of values in your human equation and adjust your belief system so you don't irritate yourself. And keep expanding your belief system so you will see the unity of things. Then you will become holistic and blend with life.
How can problems such as drug abuse, crime, and world conflict be solved?
Problems such as these are human value problems, and these human value problems are only corrected by elevating the level of consciousness, by teaching people to live an inspirational and uplifting life. This is done with words and wisdom, not with rockets, bullets, or clubs. Stronger, larger jails, more guards, nuclear weapons, or different rules and laws are not as important as programs that educate and promote the well-being of an individual. Human value problems cannot be solved with materialistic plans or physical manipulation because these things are external and the value of a person is an internal issue. Wisdom isn't acquired with the manipulation of external things, it's acquired by teaching people about life. Self-improvement courses should be a major part of everyone's life. By the time a high school student graduates, they should know how to think effectively, handle stress in a positive way, cope with change, understand their human equation, and deal with criticism and aggression comfortably. Then, as wisdom increases, drug abuse, crime, racial conflict, and the spirit to hurt others will decrease. Self-improvement courses should be a major part of every school program. Our level of understanding life determines the way that we live. A criminal mind doesn't understand the wisdom of its own nature. A nation that seeks to conquer the world fails to understand the real purpose of life. Those who take drugs really don't understand themselves, life, or how to get high. How many promotions are lost? How many businesses and families fail? How many people have health problems and suffer constantly because of ineffective thinking habits? Most problems are caused because people haven't been trained to live in such a way that they can be a winner with life. The real enemy of mankind is unawareness, a lack of understanding life. Problems such as crime, drug abuse, and war are conquered only when the spirit of personal growth and self-wisdom dominate. When we learn to use the best of what we are, we will win in life. Crime, war, drugs, worry, nervousness, and frustration are human equation problems, and all of these problems can be dealt with and eliminated with wisdom.
How can we improve society and have freedom in our lives?
What country do you live in?
The United States.
What does your preamble say?
The preamble of the Constitution says, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice."
Okay. Justice is established through the character of the people. Continue.
The preamble also says, "Ensure domestic tranquility."
Okay. This is done by teaching the powers of positive thinking to young children.
Provide for the common defense.
Okay. The best defense is an offense. The offense is in the form of cultivating the spirit of elevating the quality of life.
The preamble goes on to say, "Promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity."
This can best be done with wisdom and values. Freedom is not given to us by document and rules. It is earned by elevating the level of consciousness toward higher ideals and the building of character. Freedom must be learned by each person. Mental serenity, peace of mind, insight, and inner strength are not given to anyone by law or rule. These qualities must be worked for. We can only give freedom to ourselves by understanding how to best use our human equation. As the understanding of oneself increases, so does society. In a free society, liberty and the pursuit of happiness is based upon the wisdom of the human consciousness, because the level of consciousness is transferred into public policy and lifestyle. Our values times our belief system equal our quality of justice, awareness, and freedom. A nation is more than land and rules. It's the wisdom of its people.
Can the various races and cultures ever form a common bond and have world peace because of personal growth?
Yes. The human equation is everyone's formula. Humans are related to the same equation. Feelings are common to everyone. Humans are related to the same qualities. Serenity and insight are conscious possibilities. So humans are related to the same potentials. People want to feel safe, accepted, effective, and have order, unity, and justice. So humans have the same needs. We are creators of words, thoughts, and ideas, so everyone is a philosopher. Humanity has all of these things in common, so that which is good for one is good for all. This is why human development is the key to personal success. This is why human development is the key to social success, and this is why human development is the key to world peace. And it's the human equation that can be used to develop our full human potential so that we can get the most out of life and at the same time create a better world for others.